David DePaul is a first-year starter at senior for Louisville State. As a high school star from a small town in Connecticut, DePaul didn't get any Division I scholarships to play football, so he decided to work at his uncle's Italian deli, slicing cold cuts and stocking shelves instead. Rumor has it he kept his arm strength from tossing 20-pound salami logs into the freezers. Coach Rigatoni stopped by while visiting another recruit, ordered a pound of mortadella, and offered David a scholarship on the spot. His first-year starter was a little shaky in practice this week, causing some concern for Coach Rigatoni. The game plan may need to be tweaked to account for the nerves, playing on the road, and the lack of talent from the team. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Rigatoni Recipe, a college football dynasty on Heisman mode shared from a former coach's perspective using the worst team possible. It is officially week 1 of season 2 and we start with a very big test, a road game against a very good Louisville team. We will be breaking down Louisville's roster, talking about offensive and defensive strategies, diving into some of the recruiting, and show game footage to share what I was thinking at the time. So smash that like button in support of David DePaul's first start, press subscribe if you have no idea what mortadella is, or drop your favorite meat emoji in the comments for the sake of engagement. Let's get to it. To start, Louisville is really tough. They have talent across all of their skill positions, and their quarterback can run. On defense, their secondary is one of the best that I've seen, and they have some solid contributors on the defensive line and linebacker. Their biggest weaknesses appear to be on the offensive line, interior defensive line, right defensive end, and Sam and Mike linebackers. Louisville runs a 4-3 front, so there are specific ways we want to attack for this week. Because they are extremely talented in their secondary and we are extremely weak at receiver, we're going to essentially use our receivers as decoys all game. Imagine playing chess and you lose your queen to a pawn. Some of their best players are going to be wasted on some of my worst players. We're going to play the entire game offensively on the inside, whether it's running the ball or interior passing concepts that pick on the linebackers. If they go man coverage, they'll have a huge advantage against my receivers, but I should have an advantage against their slower linebackers with my freshman tight end and running backs. If they go zone, it's DePaul's responsibility to find the hole in that zone. Because we plan on playing small ball like this, we need to be really smart about offensive play calling so that we don't put ourselves in a lot of third and long situations. We do not have the talent to execute on third and long consistently, and just seeing if my receivers can win against these corners is not a risk I'm willing to take. Let's look at a few things we can do to attack this defense effectively with the weapons that we do have. The 4 main running concepts Louisville State will be using this week are outside zone, inside zone, power, and trap. Each one is designed to attack the defense a little differently so that we can keep them on their toes. The 4 main passing concepts we'll be using are mesh, drive, boot, and Texas. Similar to the above, we are attacking the interior players in a variety of ways to keep them guessing. We also have a wild card up our sleeve with wide leak. I don't want to run this a lot, but it's a good shot play if we can execute it or if we need it. This combination of plays will be run out of our 12 personnel single back game. If you're not familiar with what 12 personnel means, it just simply means 1 running back, 2 tight ends. For us, this would be ace, ace slot, wing slot, and bunch ace. 8 total plays that can be run from 5 different formations is 40 plays that we're going to lean on for our offensive attack this week. On defense, we have our work cut out for us. Louisville has talent everywhere, and outside of our strong safety, we have no positive matchups to speak of. The Louisville offense has a lot of spread, shotgun, and pistol formations in their playbook. We can deal with almost every running play in existence from these formations by utilizing what Louisville State calls a diamond defensive front. Essentially, we're going to use our normal 3-3-5, but we want a nose and 2-3 techniques in the interior. We can explain defensive line techniques in a later video, but just know that a 3 technique means we are lining up with an outside shade on the guards on both sides. The reason this is so effective against shotgun and pistol running plays is that they don't have a lead blocker or a strong edge. So it's extremely difficult for these offensive linemen to block this middle linebacker or control the edge against the diamond front. They can try to pull the guard, but this is very challenging against a 3 technique and a nose because the center is occupied by the nose and the tackle has a really difficult angle to try to cut off the 3 technique. This player is basically taught to get right in the pulling guard's pocket if he tries to leave because he will take you right to the ball. If they try to run some type of zone play, they never have the right angles to actually pull it off. It's just really uncomfortable for spread shotgun pistol teams to run against this. Because this quarterback can move, we're going to spy him every single play. Coach Rigatoni doesn't want free yardage given up on a scramble. Finally, because they have a significant talent advantage, we are basically forced into a zone coverage. Because we want to balance run defense with pass defense, we are going to call a cover 3 almost exclusively. So our defensive plan looks like this. Cover 3, keep everything in front of you, force long drives that demand the offense to execute perfectly and chew clock to shorten the game, reduce the front down to a diamond front to challenge the running game, and spy the quarterback to prevent him from scrambling for easy yardage. Cover 3 is another thing we can easily dive a lot deeper on in terms of how to run it effectively, but this is enough to explain for this video. Our keys to the game are as follows. 1. Control the tempo on offense and defense to prevent this game from becoming a big play, pass-happy shootout. If this game becomes about which team makes more big plays, we will lose. If this game is about who can sustain long drives and execute consistently, we have a chance. 2. Utilize the backs and the tight end in the passing game to exploit the speed and skill mismatch with the linebackers. 3. Win the turnover battle by controlling the down and distance to prevent us needing to throw excessively into the secondary. 4. Utilize a diamond front defensively to make their shotgun and pistol running game uncomfortable. 5. Spy the quarterback to prevent what Coach Rigatoni likes to call momentum scrambles or cheap yardage. And 6. Use heavy zone to keep everything in front of you and force long drives. Before we dive into the game, let's spend a quick minute talking about recruiting. We'll dive deeper on this later, but Coach Rigatoni is a recruiter by nature. The buzz around the nation is that Bologna State is starting to draw some attention. We want players who want to play here, who love football, and who fit our offensive and defensive systems. Linemen should have great size and be well-rounded on both sides of the ball. Running backs and tight ends need versatility to run, catch, and block. Receivers don't need to be speedsters, although we're happy to have them if they are, but they need to be able to catch the ball in traffic. We'd love to eventually turn the defense into more of a man coverage, pattern match coverage, blitzing team in the future once we get the talent to do so. So we're looking for players who can help make that happen now. The team did offer a scholarship to Dion Nails, a 3-star recruit from Huntsville, Texas, and he accepted on the spot.
Welcome everyone to Louisville, Kentucky, and we may be in the Bluegrass State, but blue is the color to avoid if you love the homestanding Louisville Cardinals.
Blue is definitely the color to avoid if you are Louisville, because Bologna State and Coach Giovanni Rigatoni are coming into town, and we have no interest in making your home opener a victory for Louisville. The team is ready, the game plan is set, let's play some football. 1st and 10, they try to run the rock. Team actually does a decent job getting yardage, and they're able to get a first down on a QB sneak. 2nd and 1, again, we're tight, but they're able to get that first down. 2nd and 10, they kind of picked on me here with a good concept to throw it over my head. And then on 1st and 10, the very next play, they caught me on the drag and got the running back out of the backfield. So we're starting to think a little bit about our cover 3 concept. We don't want to throw it in the garbage just yet, but they were able to move the ball pretty easily on this first drive, and they end up punching it in for a touchdown here to take the 7-0 lead. We have practiced all offseason on running the stretch, and Coach Rigatoni said, if we can't run stretch, we can't win games. First play of the season, stretch running game, poetic. My man nearly breaks this to the house, but he doesn't have the wheels to outrun the Louisville secondary, but a 28-yard pop on the first play of the game. Bologna State's feeling good. 3rd and 4, opening drive, we catch our tight end on a drag route because we know that's the matchup we're looking for, and we think he can win in this game. 1st and 10, again, running back coming out of the backfield. We want to pick on those linebackers so we can get those chunk plays. And then down near the goal line, 2nd and goal, we have an unbalanced formation from the shotgun that helps us catch the edge. I want you to kind of check this out because it is a base formation, but we're really overloaded to the right side intentionally so we can try to get a numbers advantage. Quick toss to the outside, we're able to get the edge, 7-7 ball game. 3rd and 1 again for Louisville on their next drive. Again, it's QB sneak. We feel like it's coming, but we just can't get the stop. 1st and 10, we do a nice job clamping this down. Look at the corner closing on this ball and making a great play. That's amazing. And then 2nd and 10, they try to do it again and pick on me this time. Goes to the sideline, but he can't get his toe down. So it's 7-7, 3rd and 10 for Louisville at the end of the first quarter. Not a bad start for Bologna State. On that 3rd and 10, they try to run a play-action play. We seem to have it read well. Dumps it off to the running back, but isn't enough to get the first down. They're off the field. First and 10 for us, we're back to the stretch running game because this is bread and butter. We got to set this up to set up our other plays. 3rd and 4, looks like the same formation, but we run the mesh route. First and 10, looks like it's going to be stretched to the field, but we actually run inside zone to the weak side. This is the beauty of setting up stretch running plays because we want everything to look the same. Then 1st and 10, it looks like it's stretch again, but it's actually a play action rollout, and we're able to hit our tight end in space, and he takes it the distance to give us back the lead. Again, the mismatch that we were looking at all game is our tight end against those linebackers. They just don't have the speed to run with this guy. Our freshman tight end was a great pickup for us to find mismatches on the inside of the defense. But Louisville ain't going down without a fight. 1st and 10 for them, but look at how easy it is for us to shut down this running play using that dime in front. 3rd down and 5, they chuck a home run ball, and my heart is in my throat right now as this ball's in the air, but my DB does a nice job breaking that play up. They're off the field. 3rd and 6 for us, again, mesh concept. We're not doing anything crazy here. We're just mixing up the play calling, mixing up the formations. 3rd and 10 for us, trying to see if we can isolate our tight end. He's not able to make the catch though, so we punt the ball back to Louisville. 1st and 10 for them. We thought we had numbers there, but honestly, he makes a good play and breaks a tackle. 3rd and 2, great spacing concept to pick on the zone defense. 3rd and 4, mesh concept from Louisville. They're able to get a 1st down, so they're driving the ball here. 3rd and 2, can't find anybody. Goes with a smash concept, but we're able to make the stop. 4th and 2, they kick the field goal. It's a 14-10 game with less than a minute left, so we're happy to kill the rest of the first half. First drive coming out for us, and again, we started with stretch, so now we're running inside zone. Now we're running power. Now we're running trap. We tried to catch them on the Y leak, but they covered it well, so we just dumped it off to the back. 4th and 1 for us. Many of you who like the Auburn video are familiar with this play, but we love running this in short yardage situations. We get the 1st down. 2nd and 12, again, a crossing concept with the tight end that linebackers just can't run with the guy. 21-10, Louisville getting dogged at home. 1st and 10, they try to run, we're there. We've got guys in position. 3rd and 7, they try to hit a home run ball. We're leaving everything in front of us. 1st and 10, we go with this beautiful inside trap play and make a huge chunk of yardage. Then the next play, we're going power. Is it stretch? Is it power? They have no idea. 3rd and 8, we go with the halfback screen, and we're able to get just enough to get the 1st down here. Back to 1st and 10. And then again, as we get closer on 3rd and 8, we're always utilizing movement. We're utilizing formations. The running back gets some space out of the backfield, and we're in the end zone again. Kind of the last-ditch effort for Louisville to try to get back in this game, and the quarterback forgot there was a spy right in the middle of the field. We go back to 3rd and 2. It's inside zone. You think it's stretch. It's 1st and goal. You think it's stretch. It's actually a toss crack play. We got this Louisville defense totally in their head now. Everything looks the same. Everything feels the same. There's always players moving around. There's always motion. There's always changing formations. 3rd and 1, Louisville trying to put a drive together. We actually came out of our diamond front at this point, which maybe I shouldn't have, but we were happy to let them run the ball because it was killing their own clock. 4th and 6, they try to hit a double drive concept, not there. Quarterback buys some time and is able to hit his receiver for a 1st down. 3rd and 5, inside zone. Again, maybe we should have stayed in the diamond front, but we're happy to kill the clock. The game ends 35-17. Bologna State trumps Louisville in their own house. You can see how excited Jackson is. Coach Rigatoni. Taylor Harris ends up winning the player of the game. And David DePaul in his first start. Look at the team, how excited they are for him. Just a great game plan by Coach Rigatoni, and it really shows that if you play the right strategy, you have a chance to win every game. There's absolutely no reason that this game should have been as big of a lead as it was, but sometimes the chips just fall in your favor, and we absolutely could have gotten beaten this game if we didn't play well. But shout out to Bologna State and Coach Rigatoni, an excellent game plan in a Week 1 victory in a tough environment at Louisville. If you like this style of content, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you for Week 2.